profitable, what value it gives their client. But of course, we would like to introduce ourselves. I am Marian, International Manager in charge of Asia Pacific market. And together with me, I have my partner, Shimon.
Hello, good morning. My name is Szymon Siodłowski. I'm also international sales manager working for Western European countries and LATAM countries and Colombia and Peru.
Together with us today, we also have Mr. Arthur Zura from Technical Department. He will be supporting us for today for any technical questions you might have. So we do encourage you to write us your questions about the topics we'll be discussing. And after this webinar, we'll be reading out your questions and answering some of them. If there would be too many questions, we would send you the email to all of the questions we receive in this webinar along with the materials. So again, we would like to thank you and welcome you for joining us for today's webinar. We hope that it will be valuable for you.
I think that we can start from agenda right now.
Sure, yeah.
As the agenda of our meeting, we'll talk about OSM as a heart and brain of EBS solution. What exactly does it mean and how does it work concerning hardware and software? Because OSM is a brain and middleware between hardware and software. What are the unique features and what savings and additional revenue streams OSM is able to bring to your business, to your security agency or monitoring stations?
That's right. So watch out, and I hope you enjoy our presentation for today. So, my dear Shimon, what is OSM?
And what OSM actually do? As I told, OSM as a brain system translates signals between hardware and software. With 15 years of development, it provides implementation of specialized solution for security industry. On the next slides, we will show you the basic scheme how OSM works, right? So having on mind integration of different applications of different softwares, OSM as an analyzer process data from OSM in order to manage events from monitored objects. What is important to mention that load capacity of OSM is up to 10,000 devices. As a comparison, other receiver available on the market usually offers 500, 2,000 devices connected, which means that with any upgrade of every integration, it has to be installed many multiplied different OSMs. With our solution, it's just 10,000 devices at once.
I mean, in the business side, it's very practical because you'd rather have a big capacity middleware that can have, let's say, 10,000 devices as OSM does, compared to maintaining multiple machines, having only, let's say, 500. And then what if you would have, let's say, 100,000 objects being monitored, then how many machines you have to maintain? It's a maintenance cost that you would have to take up on.
Yeah.
So that's really a good feature.
Exactly. And yeah, as we said already 2 times, as a brain system, it provides bidirectional communication, Internet of Things, multitasking and integration. What does it mean, integration? With different software, obviously, of monitoring softwares. It can be used as a partial integration, which enable communication between devices and analyzer through contact ID protocol. If we are talking about deeper integration called fully integration, enable two-way communication with EBS devices by the analyzer. So just for example, sending commands to the devices.
Exactly.
So controlling outputs.
Exactly. So that's where bidirectional communication plays very critical role, because you're not only able to send data or receive data, you're also able to send commands from your monitoring software because of OSM as well.
On the next slide.
Yeah, so Shimon already mentioned to you some of the features what OSM does, but we would like to highlight other things that actually are very important and critical, especially in the security industry. So we've already mentioned the bidirectional communication. Also, OSM provides the encryption. Thanks to the AES protocol, then we are able to have a very safe encrypted data transmission. In addition to that, filtering of data is also possible because of OSM. And this filtering makes it possible for you to have a more, let's say, practical and easy way of getting the important data, what is essential for you. And it's also very important role if you are doing diagnostics. So for example, you would like to see what's happening with the panel 500 kilometers away. You can do that remotely and diagnose it, and in an easy way do it because of the filtering feature. In addition to that, as you can see here, there are many things that OSM can do as a solution. So it's a multitasking tool that allows you to also control. So Shimon already mentioned that you can, for example, arm or disarm systems. In addition to that, we also have the buffering system. So in case that there would be some connection between OSM to the monitoring software, if there would be some interruption, buffering would allow you to keep that data. And of course, one of the most critical things when you are in a professional monitoring station is to be able to do remote configuration, right? Because remote configuration, of course, allows you to have more savings, and also like it includes remote upgrade of firmwares. It includes remote changing of settings of the panel. So this is possible because we have our OSM, which is the heart and brain of EBS solutions.
All this remote.
Exactly. And so it's not just the typical receiver that you would compare to what is available in the market. It's much more than that. It makes a lot of things possible.
For me, the most valuable feature is remote configuration because it's cost saving for security agency or monitoring stations. Usually, it's quite costly sending installer to
exactly.
site, right?
Yeah. What we would like to emphasize as well is that OSM could be downloaded from our website. So you don't even have to buy the OSM box. You just have your computer, which meets the technical specification. You download the OSM to your computer and you can run it.
And it's free?
And it's free. So, Shimon, can you tell me about the values of OSM to the business?
Yeah, as you said, the multitasking feature and the mass configuration, I wanted to mention that, as I said, remote configuration of multiple devices on one click. So as we were talking, you are able to upgrade even 1,000 devices, but let's say 100 devices at once, which are working on the field.
Exactly.
So that's why I said that for me it's most valuable feature because it's really cost saving.
Exactly.
For the company.
And on the operations side, if you would like to compare with other systems, yes, you can do remote configuration with them, but then you would have to do it one by one. With the OSM max configuration capacity, you just have to, for example, highlight 100 objects or 1,000 objects in a click of a button, send
the configuration to all of them.
Or configuration, exactly.
In addition to that, as an ecosystem that gives additional value, it's enabling you to sending data to multiple platforms, softwares at the same time, monitoring softwares, right? So it can be sent to one monitoring software and then to EBS security application or different application, which is used by your customer.
Exactly. And of course, we would like to emphasize the additional value that it provides. So, for example, earn more. Earn more. Why? Because of the OSM tool, you're able to do the diagnostics remotely, change settings remotely, online services remotely. It also includes being able to provide mobile applications or other platforms of management to the clients, to the end users. In addition to that, in the business, when you want to scale it, it's also very important that you not only earn more, but that you are also able to manage your budget and save in other areas. So here you can see that from the OSM tool, you can save from higher cost of maintenance. So as an example that we mentioned already earlier, because of the capacity of OSM having 10,000 per OSM setup,
device is available
exactly,
to be connected.
then you're already saving. If you're comparing to other receivers that you would have to buy, and then you would only have a capacity of, let's say, 2,000. So it's a massive savings, not only on buying the hardware, but on the maintenance, because servers have to be maintained in a special room. In addition to that, of course, saving on manpower. This is critically important because worldwide, it is a challenge for businesses right now that salaries are growing. In fact, salaries are growing in average of 7% in a global scale. So if you are able to do everything remotely faster, it's a massive savings, especially when you're scaling the business.
Yeah, exactly.
In addition to that, save on logistics overhead. In my case, Shimon, the traffic in Southeast Asia is a big problem. I came from the Philippines in Manila, and really, to send somebody on another site takes so much time. It's the time of the person, the salary of the person, also opportunity cost. If they could do more remotely, then I'm saving on the logistics overhead, gasoline.
So how does it take sending as installer from one side on Manila to another part of the city?
The traffic is so bad in Manila that actually, if you're traveling 5 kilometers, it could take 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's remote saving.
So remote management and capabilities are critically important.
Yeah, exactly. Let's show examples of our customers. One of our customers which actually integrated OSM server with their application software through XML protocol. That means that this is a fully integration. But this one of our customers from Colombia is using mobile application, their mobile application for different type of customers, and the application is fully customized, right?
Yeah, what's interesting about this is because OSM is able to send the data to multiple platforms or softwares, monitoring softwares, he made his own version of mobile applications, but on a distributor level. What we can emphasize here is that, of course, EBS have EBS security, which we provide to you as our partner and to your clients, to the end users. But there's also a business model they created that as a distributor, they created a customizable mobile application to their dealers or installers. And this created a different business model and loyalty. So Solotech as a distributor is now covering many installers, and these installers only keep buying on them because it is only through buying products from Solotech that they're able to provide this customized mobile applications. As you can see here, this looks very different. All the themes, all the format are different, but it's from the same system that Solotech provides.
The background is the same.
Yeah, so inside is the same, but the look is different. It identifies you as a business that this is me, this is my brand.
Yeah.
And this is coming from the distributor level, not only a customized version on the monitoring station level. So created a different business dynamic because of what ecosystem we provide through OSM. So it's critically important. And you know what? They really increase their sales because of this, because of the loyalty, because of the connected security aspect
and the different
of it.
Business model as a rental one. So
yeah, exactly. You can have this as a leasing or a rental model. In fact,
they brought, let's say, OSM on a different level of cooperation, right?
Yes.
As a background.
Exactly.
I think that on the next slides we would like to talk about what's new, what it's coming with the OSM.
Right. Yeah.
with our new control panel, Avoc Pro.
Exactly.
Some of you already knew and tested, right?
So as you know already, we have our Avoc Pro alarm system solution, which is a very beautiful and flexible, future-proof, simply simple solution.
Yeah.
One of the features of Avoc Pro system is that it's able, we have our own peer cam, so motion detector with camera. Now, in this camera, it's sending photos to mobile application, for example, eBay security. Some of you already tested that, and it's also sending photos to monitoring software. But what is critical is OSM Vision has to be set up for it to be able to send this photo to the monitoring software.
And to receive photos in your monitoring software. Yeah. So it has to be integrated, like fully integrated
exactly.
With XML protocol.
Yes, but it's also important to consider that your monitoring software has to have the capability to view photos.
To view photos, yes, exactly.
So this is a diagram. Can you tell us more about the photo verification through OSM Vision?
Yeah, exactly. So the OSM Vision as a heart and as a brain, and it's working in parallel with OSM. So at the same time, you're receiving events in OSM and in OSM Vision. And OSM Vision is sending the photo. First of all, control panel is sending data to the peer cam, and then to monitoring stations and to EBS security application, or maybe it can be different application as well. And this operation usually takes 90 seconds, 90 seconds, 1.5 minutes. It was tested, so it's worth to mention that it's quite fast.
Yeah. What we also want to emphasize is that OSM server is different from OSM Vision.
It's different server, right?
These are two parallel softwares or tools that you have to set up for you to be able to view photos. So it's also a choice, like if you want to only receive data, then you don't need OSM Vision. OSM Vision is an additional value that would help you actually if you want
to receive photos, if you want to use our new control panel.
And this is critical for the business. Why? Because with photos, you're actually able to save on identifying if it's a false alarm or not. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because one of the challenges in the security industry is that about 98% of alarms are false alarm. If you have some sort of technology you could implement, for example, peer cam, together with the OSM Vision, monitoring station are able to identify if it's a false alarm or not.
Yeah, exactly. That's additional value.
It's a great additional value. So
anything more? Anything which is coming with OSM Vision? I think that it's worth to mention that we are working on the feature, the camera as well, but we are working on the feature to send the photo from the peer cam via OSM Vision to define email address. So this is an upcoming feature which our R&D department is working on.
Yes.
We'd love to share with you more detailed information soon.
And to add to that, I think we have to emphasize that the OSM and OSM Vision, they could send the data from the EBS products to multiple platforms at the same time. So in the example here, you can only see two. So there's the platform of the monitoring software from monitoring station, and you can see here the EBS security mobile application. If, for example, for any reason, you are implementing 2 or 3 monitoring software, OSM is also able to send the data simultaneously to also different softwares at the same time. So that's one of the
so-called redirection, right?
It's more of copies, yes.
Copies, yes. As a multitasking.
Yes. So that's one of the beauty of it, and this is why a lot of big monitoring companies choose our solution, not only because we have a good active track or good alarm panel or transmitter. It's also because of the ecosystem. It's also because of the OSM. So if you have any questions about OSM or how to set it up, or about OSM Vision,
Or our products at all.
our products at all, exactly. Please feel free to write down some of your questions right now. We'll be reading some of them later on. And also, if you would like to have a remote assistance later on to set up your own OSM, our tech support is at your disposal. So don't forget, send an email for remote assistance for the OSM configuration or setup to support@ebssmart.com. Yes. So Arthur, do we have some questions
any questions
so far?
coming? No questions so far.
Okay. So I see some of the messages here. So I would like to say hi to Chris. Chris from Australia. It's nice to have you here with us today. And also, oh, you're UK client.
Yeah, I would like to say hello to Haley from UK, from GM Textronics, and to Piero Maggi from Italy. Buongiorno.
Hi, Sir Arman. We have a lot of people here. We have Katie. Jose is also with us. So again, if you have any questions or if you
feel free to ask support, and we at your disposal.
Yes, maybe because I could expect that some of you would be interested in how a distributor was able to optimize their services or their distribution with creating their own mobile application. So it's separate entity than EBS Security. If you have questions about that, please do send us an email and get in touch with your sales manager, and we'll be happy to answer that for you.
Thank you very much for the webinar and for being with us today.
Okay, so, we have some questions from Chris.
There is some questions coming.
Okay, so Chris, thank you for your question. So his question was, in the first slide, we mentioned Sigma software. Yes, Sigma Segware is actually a monitoring station, monitoring software popular in Brazil, Arthur, correct?
Most of the popular ones, it's responsible for
70% of the market in Brazil is using Segware software. And this was just to give you an example that we are able to send this data to different softwares. Segware is one of them. And of course, there's many others like there's Manitou, there's
Manitou,
Patriot, Mastermind, very popular. So there's many other softwares out there in the market, and
which are able to receive data and contact ID protocols. So I suppose that all of them are able to receive contact ID, right?
Exactly. We also have a question from Yaroslav.
Quick specs for installing, please. Yes, Arthur already asked that, answer it on that question, that it's available to download from our website. So yeah, as we said, it's our tech support is available for any of your questions, and with additional questions to set up any TeamViewer session to install OSM server on your drive.
Yes, exactly. Okay, we also have another question from Svetosław. Does OSM support other cameras with on VIF protocol, Arthur?
Only EBS speed cameras.
Only EBS.
Peer cams.
Only our peer cams.
But the question also, I would like to ask to our partner here, do you mean cameras for photos? Because maybe he means camera for IP live streaming.
I don't know if it's question coming from, I mean, the question is about IP cam or peer cam.
Yeah, so it would be nice if you could clarify which camera do you mean?
We would need more detailed question, because if it comes to peer cam, it can be only peer cam from Avoc Pro control.
IP cam, okay, so he said IP cam. IP camera is a different topic. but we do support some
We do
other
support
manufacturers.
Eagle Eye, and we are working.
Dahua.
We're working to implement the Dahua into EBS security applications
Yes.
so far.
So for those of you who is not familiar, we are talking about right now integration in EBS security mobile application, wherein you can have a live IP camera streaming. And in this live IP camera streaming, we are pre-integrating our solution to certain brands of cameras, which are Dahua and Eagle Eye. We're also moving forward to other brands as next steps, but we will have a separate discussion on that because it's also very interesting. We also have another question from Haley.
With using app interface, can alarms from active track be sent to an app rather than web software or monitoring software? What do you think, Arthur? It's about retransmission from active view.
We can use other software if we use the transmission in active view.
Yeah.
So alarms from active view we can send forward to any monitoring software in contact ID.
Okay, so from active view, alarms can be sent directly to, from active view software can be sent directly to different monitoring softwares.
Yeah.
Through contact ID protocol.
If you have a monitoring software that allows you to receive these alarms, then yes, integration is possible.
Okay,
so
that's good.
Yeah. Chris have a very nice comment and I would like to read it.
Yeah.
Yes, so Chris said, not a question but a comment. We have had OSM working with ActiveGuard for many years and it has been simply unbreakable. Such a reliable and stable program. I love it. Thank you, EBS. Thank you, Chris, also
Thank you,
for
Chris.
nice comment. We're very happy that you are satisfied. And as I've said earlier, a lot of serious business in security loves EBS solution, not only because we have beautiful design or very rugged active tracker, ActiveGuard. It's also because of the ecosystem we provide.
Exactly. With all EBS devices.
Thank you for that comment, Chris.
I think that after webinar, we'll be able to answer all of your questions on writing, to have all of them and to send you to all of you attendees interested in EBS OSM solution. So we'll be able to answer on them and send them via email, right?
Okay, so I guess right now we just have to summarize key points before we end this. So OSM for us is heart and brain of EBS solutions because it is connecting our hardware to any platforms available in the market in different protocols.
And without OSM, any of EBS devices won't work.
Yeah, I mean, in addition to that, OSM allows you to create actually different business models, as we shown earlier. It's possible to save. It's possible to earn more. And this is the beauty of OSM. It's not just a good tool, but a tool for saving and earning.
It's a tool for saving and earning money.
Yeah. So when we tell you, for example, that with EBS control panel, you can do remote management, it's because of OSM. Yeah. So I think those are the most critical points, and we hope that we were able to pass this message clearly to you. We'll send you this presentation and also the answers to other questions that we've been receiving. If you have any questions, please contact us, your sales managers, our tech support team, and we look forward to having you again with us in the next training. We hope to also see you in person when it's possible. But for now, we
really hope to see you
online
soon.
Webinars. Exactly.
We're looking forward to travel again.
Exactly. We thank you for joining us, and
thank you very much for your attention, and have a nice day.
More power
to us. Have a nice
us.
evening for some of you as well.
Yes. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.